Hello, Directo here, and welcome to the 2022 Vidya Gaem OwOrds! This year, we are pleased to offer a special edition of the program. To deliver a premium experience, we have removed all naughty language, all pornography, and all awards that would make anyone in the industry unhappy. Aww. This year, we are sanitized and streamlined and ready to promote an atmosphere of good vibes only. So enjoy the show, and thank you for your patronage. This is the 2022 Vidya Gaem OwOrds!
IP Twist Award for Best Implementation of an Old Friendship. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin.
Sonic Frontiers. Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Live Alive. Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Nice work.
When HAL tried to bring Kirby into 3D with the crystal shards, they decided to go with a more dynamic Klonoa-like camera view, placing Kirby on a 2.5D plane but in a 3D environment. While this still limited Kirby compared to his contemporaries, HAL was able to take advantage of the extra dimension in some respects through the game's unique art style and attention to detail in its environments. Fast forward over 20 years and HAL finally mustered up the courage to take the 2D training wheels off the Pink Puff. Not only does this game succeed 64's combinable abilities by introducing upgradable copy abilities, Kirby can now stretch his mouth far and wide to almost swallow a car, a traffic cone, a light bulb, and many other real-world objects. The new opportunities for puzzle solving harken back to how certain copy abilities were used in select areas of previous games, only now taken to a new, occasionally grotesque extreme. And it's not just gameplay where HAL extended their reach. Taking Shiverstar's idea of a post-apocalyptic Earth and running with it helped give this game a unique aesthetic, and flair that set it apart after the last few 2D Kirby games were criticized for feeling too samey. One can only wonder where Kirby will go in the future. Perhaps it's only a matter of time before the Pink Puff goes open world. In the end, we can agree that this game is a mouthful of fun for fans of the franchise.
Diamond in the Rough Award for Best Game That Nobody Played. The nominees are Spark the Electric Jester 3, Frogon, Ghostwire Tokyo, Freedom Planet 2, Postal Brain Damage, Frogon, Ribbit Ribbit. Step 1, Frog. Step 2, Gun. A premise so simple it almost fits onto an LCD from Tiger Electronics. THROWBACK succeeds in reminding us of the simpler days of video games, where the graphics were colorful, the gameplay was tight, the collectibles were everywhere, and the plot was merely an excuse to keep things moving. The modest Kickstarter goal was met within 2 hours, and it went on to earn 6 times that. Mascot platformers may be an old genre, but there's still some magic in the formula when you mix a spunky protagonist with charming aesthetics and sound design. You might compare this to Shovel Knight, which also evokes an earlier age of gaming while removing the jank. Well, most of the jank. Much like Renata herself, playing this game might leave you with a big, goofy smile.
VGA exclusive for you.
VGA Throwback.
Least Worst Award for Least Worst Game of the Year. Number 5. XCOM Enemy Unknown. Number 4. Katawa Shoujo. Number 3. Sleeping Dogs. Number 2. Hotline Miami. And the winner is The Walking Dead.
While other games floundered in a sea of hype they couldn't possibly live up to, The Walking Dead came out of nowhere and carved its own niche. Bolstered by word of mouth and some well-timed Steam sales, a zombie-themed point-and-click adventure found itself the talking point of almost all gaming circles, each claiming to have been the first ones to discover it. Hipsters. Taking a reasonably well-known setting from the Walking Dead comic series, Telltale succeeded in adapting the IP to the gaming medium, without constructing a rushed, horrible cash-in like so many others. I've got my eye on you, Activision. Attempting something new with a tired zombie formula, Telltale created a story-driven game with purpose, and with characters that even the most cynical, jaded assholes could connect to on some level or another. Despite some bugs, especially with mobile ports, we see a fresh update to the adventure game user interface, which works well. Closely beating its polar opposite runner-up, Hotline Miami, The Walking Dead is awarded our least hated award for giving us an engaging, modest title amongst a year of disappointment.
This is my PowerPoint award for Best Power Visual Novel. So, yeah, the nominees are, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, stains, semicolon, gate, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, Omnico, When They Cry. The sweet points are in! And the winner is... Best visual novel of all time on a site like 4chan is a hard thing to discuss. Considering this award is more culturally relevant for JP, discussion doesn't typically take place on V. 999 has mind-bending puzzles and an even more mind-bending premise. Fata Morgana enraptures readers with its non-traditional storytelling. Danganronpa requires the player to manually explore your environment and find the truth through stylized minigames. While Katawa Shoujo had the home field advantage, being the most atypical romance novel crafted from our weird little corner of the internet. Despite all the incredible opposition, Phoenix Wright always has us dying to return back to the walls of its kangaroo court. On the surface, Phoenix Wright's low budget can seem like an immense detriment, but every penny is spent with the smartest dedication to presentation and direction. In a genre where most other games just play a single music track in the background with the same looping CGs as the text scrolls by on auto, a single press of the A button in Phoenix Wright can give you satisfying screen shakes, reactive character animations, dynamic music integration, and deafening OBJECTIONS! Adding more to the visual part of visual novel. All this effort puts emphasis on all the right places, with the prosecution and witnesses squirming in their seats after you effectively pull the rug out from under them. Their animations delight as you crush their composure with your intuition. It's incredibly satisfying, immersive, and elevates Ace Attorney games above their contemporaries. Trials and Tribulations was supposed to be Phoenix's last hurrah from director Shu Takumi, who put everything he had into this title. The origins of series regulars are revealed, as well as the recurring storyline of the Fae Clan comes to a shocking conclusion, as it delivers some of the biggest narrative heights of the series. You'll need at least 37 cups of your favorite dark roast just to get through all of it, but not a single drop is wasted.
CIRNO'S Perfect Math Class Award for Best Edutainment Game of All Time. The nominees are The Oregon Trail, Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, The Typing of the Dead, Pajama Sam, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? The Typing of the Dead, Brain Blast. Are we developing posting skills or killing time shredding zombies? The Typing of the Dead series has you gadding zombies and typing out an essay at the same time. Every big brain word scratches off another of the mutant undead. Typing Dead Chads transcend common knowledge. Their IQ expands to triple digits every time salad is typed out in rhythmic sequence. It's the definitive typing learning experience, bundled with carnage and bad voice acting. There is no other combination of media that will offer you or others the ideal learning environment. Throw in mod support and official DLCs, and you have endless ways to save the world by demolishing every word and walker in your path.
VGA exclusive for you.
Jackie Chan Award for Best Character. The nominees are Kirby, Jack Garland,
Yes, you should summon on this banner. Not only are you getting a meta-defining god like Jack Garland,
Ronnie,
Can we take
the
that?
Witch.
Let's take his description.
Away from my sight. This is the third time.
Larry,
I like the way you look. I guarantee it.
Tricky turd taster.
The loathsome dung eater.
I managed to get it right. I still love Freak out, yo!
Jack Garland, Chaos.
Where's Mayor Sohn?
Right from the very first trailer, it was obvious that Jack was a doomed man. He would fight the demons, and then become the demons. That kind of confidence and swagger will make an audience beg to know how it all happened. But this award's bigger than Jack. Like any good hero from the pulp adventure days of yore, everything is perfectly crafted to suit him. The party members who give him for his grimdark attitude, the expository NPCs that he cuts off midway, and the beautifully crafted gothic world they occupy. 15 or 20 years ago, this game wouldn't be anything special. We all know the type. Edgy protagonist, absolutely BTFOs all of his friends, and the meaningless NPCs around them. How will they ever recover? But in the current year, Strangers of Paradise was an absolute breath of fresh air in a sea of chaotic smog. The sheer amount of sociopathic contrivance for every character to believe and follow Jack is certainly fanfiction worthy, but it's never dull, not for a second. Of course, a lot of critics played it and called the plot stupid and nonsensical, totally missing the appeal of why anybody would like a character like Jack in the first place. Yeah, maybe it isn't believable and you're struggling to get immersed, but there's an argument to be made that a game is written like this is even more immersive due to the fact that you know it's just ridiculous and unbelievable. You know, the thing fiction kinda really excels at? We're not saying the game's perfect, but no game in recent memory has been this ballsy with its story.
and Jack was the right man to carry those massive brass balls.
Least Worst Award for Least Worst Game of the Year. The nominees are Signalis, Elden Ring, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, Neon White, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin,
Freak out, yo!
Elden Ring,
Let's do it!
Creme de la creme.
Yeah!
Oh, Elden Ring. Was there ever any doubt you would win? Miyazaki blows the world away by selling Demon Souls for the 6th time. But this time it's been improved with an open world that puts most open worlds to shame. FromSoft's years of experience creating smooth action RPGs have come to a head with Elden Ring, giving us a Souls game that constantly delivers in atmosphere and exploration. From accidentally teleporting to Caelid, to riding an elevator downward for a full minute to Siofra River, to reaching Atlas Plateau and seeing Leyndell in the distance, Elden Ring instills a sense of wonder that puts it at the pinnacle of open-world games. The combat is smooth and varied, the bosses are as over-the-top as ever, so over-the-top in fact that normies and journos were crying mimic tears. And the lore has that classic FromSoft layer of obfuscation. It's not just an open-world Souls game, it's an open-world game with soul.
Boy, that sure was a lot of fun. Did you play any good games this year? I sure did, and I hope you did too. 2023 is already looking like a phenomenal year for video games, and I can't wait to see what the rest of the year has in store. Until next time, thanks for watching, and have fun.
Here we go.